At 00:05:42 hours on May 10, 2025, Senior Lieutenant Petro Kovaleeno monitors a Phoenix drone feed from his command post. 18 kilometers behind the TIR's front line, the digital display shows thermal signatures emerging from a tree line near grid 86423791. Kovaleeno counts 8 distinct heat signatures moving in tactical formation, T-72s with BMP support and infantry in a loose line of rest, approximately company strength. His expression tightens as he monitors their advance toward Ukrainian positions at Dresba. This is much more than just a probing attack. This is the beginning of their main push at the Ukrainian forward positions. The 93rd Mechanized Brigade troops are already taking intense fire. Russian 12.7mm and 30mm machine gun fire saturates the trench line while Storm Z detachments advance in small groups across open terrain at 4 to 5 meters spacing. The Ukrainians returned effective fire from PKM machine gun positions, but they couldn't stem the advance without artillery support. If they don't get rounds on target within minutes, it's not looking good for the troops in the forward trenches. That's when Battalion HQ makes the call. An American M109 Paladin, self-propelled howitzer stationed in a shallow ravine 17 kilometers northeast of the zero line, becomes Ukraine's answer to the threat. Look at its turret. You'll spot the massive 155mm cannon, instantly recognizable with its signature muzzle brake, designed to tame the massive recoil every time it fires. Inside its armored hull is where the real magic happens. An advanced automated fire control system that processes targeting data in under 30 seconds, compared to the 2 to 4 minutes needed by older Soviet artillery. This upgraded variant can fire 4 rounds per minute and strike targets up to 30 kilometers away using standard shells. That capability is about to become crucial. At 06:11, Sergeant Maxim Boyko, the Paladin commander, receives coordinates from Kovaleno's recon team. The gunner inputs data for 8 Russian vehicles moving northwest at 22 kilometers. They're out of time. Russian Storm Z units are already clashing with Ukrainian forward positions. The tanks aren't far behind. Meanwhile, the Phoenix drone operator adjusts the UAV's flight path, maintaining a steady altitude of 750 meters over the battlefield. Its stabilized electro-optical infrared sensor locks onto the lead Russian T-72 tank with pinpoint 0.02-degree accuracy even in crosswinds. Look closely at the Phoenix's sensor pod. It merges HD visible spectrum imaging with thermal sensors sensitive enough to detect temperature shifts of just 0.5 degrees Celsius. That means it can pick out targets even in light fog rolling across the wheat fields. The drone sends real-time data via an encrypted link that frequency hops with 256-bit encryption, nearly immune to Russian jamming. Its onboard battle management system tracks vehicle movements and transmits updated firing solutions to Boyko's Paladin every 1.7 seconds. Kovaleeno watches as the drone's AI outlines each enemy vehicle on screen, prioritizing targets based on weapon systems, armor, and proximity. The system flags the lead T-72 in red. Its 125mm gun is already swinging toward Ukrainian trenches. Priority 1 confirmed. Kovaleeno sends the target coordinates. Grid 8643791, moving northwest at 22 kilometers per hour. This sensor-to-shooter link compresses the kill chain from minutes to under 45 seconds. Without it, they'd be firing where the enemy was, not where they are. With constant drone tracking, the Paladin can maintain firing accuracy even as Russian units maneuver. Little do the Russians know they're being watched with Predator-like precision, and all that data is feeding into one of the most advanced artillery systems on the planet. 06:14 hours. Boyko gives the command. Fire mission. Multiple rounds, simultaneous impact, 6 rounds, HE. This is MRSI, multiple rounds, simultaneous impact, a top-tier artillery tactic. The Paladin's touchscreen ballistic computer calculates 6 firing solutions with different trajectories, angles, and charges. The shells are launched seconds apart, but all hit the target zone within a 2-second window. It processes 134 environmental variables: powder temp, barrel wear, wind, Earth's rotation, you name it. Legacy systems couldn't dream of this. At 18 kilometers, the system boasts over 87% first-round hit probability. The first round screams out at 827 meters per second, followed by 5 more. The Phoenix drone's infrared sensors catch all 6 impacts, 6 thermal blooms, hitting within 1.8 seconds of each other. Without MRSI, Russian troops would have had 25-30 seconds to dive for cover. Now, they don't even have a warning. 2 BMPs are obliterated. The lead T-72 loses a track from a near miss, grinding to a halt, turret spinning wildly. This is no longer just artillery, it's a precision strike system. 06:27 hours, trouble brews. Boyko's tactical display lights up. Russian armored units have breached the trench line south of Dresba. Ukrainian forces are falling back dangerously close to the advancing armor within 80 meters. That's well inside the danger close threshold for artillery. Battalion HQ authorizes danger close fire. Boyko switches to precision-guided Excalibur rounds. Target T-72 at grid 86443794. The loader opens DAS, the secure ammo compartment, and loads an M982 Excalibur, a $112,000 shell with GPS guidance and guidance fins capable of correcting course mid-air. Its margin of error? Less than 4 meters. That's surgical compared to 200+ meters for standard rounds. 0631. The fire control computer locks in final data. Hit probability 98.2%. The Paladin roars again. The recoil is absorbed by a hydraulic system that reduces shock by 300%. Seconds later, the drone shows a direct hit. The T-72 erupts, turret blown open, less than 1 meter off aim point. 3 more Excalibur rounds follow. 2 tanks and 1 BMP command vehicle are neutralized with near-surgical accuracy.